kind of glad at this point? Because, I mean, does it get kind of tiring, I guess, for lack of a better term?
I wouldn't say tiring. It's more so just, anxious to get the season started, to get the game going, to, just get the whole thing rolling. Obviously, it's a long season, and so, you just got to get it started quick.
Are you okay with the 17 snaps going into the season?
Oh, yeah, I'm okay. Like I said, and I said multiple times, we work so hard, during practice that, when we get out there in the game that, it's almost like the same thing. So just going out there and, practicing against our defense, which is a really great defense, prepares us as much, if not as anything, as a game.
Last year you played a lot more, though.
Oh, yeah, last year preseason, completely different turnaround for me, for sure.
And it's kind of different with just the small sample size, but the practice is more important now than the games. It seems like. Is that a fair statement?
I mean, you can't say practice are more important than games, but they're as equally as important. But practice for us, like I said, we try to make it as game-like as possible with the speed, with the intensity, with the pressure, so that when we do get into games, that it makes everyone's nerves kind of ease and kind of calm, because like we've been there before. So I mean, yeah, you could say practice is as important as games, but games are also important.
When you look at what this offense could be, again, limited snap size in games, how comfortable are you with what you guys are going to attempt to do this year in terms of positional flexibility? Because it seems like that might seem something that you'd be timing.
Yeah, you talk about, and we've always talked about, everything what we call this positionless football. And, that just comes from an understanding of everyone knowing just, our base formations, our base route concepts, and just being able to put everyone anywhere at any time. So for me, I felt like I've obviously gained comfort with that over the past year, over the past 2 years, and just keep continuing to grow, just making sure that, in these little moments that we have, whether it's in between meetings, in between practice, whatever it may be, but, I'm quizzing the guys, just making sure that they know, exactly what to do, when to do it, and, that it could be pop-up, spare the moment, so that they're able to respond and answer quickly.
How much play action does this offense have versus what you did in Cincinnati?
Probably about 90%, like way more than, way more. Obviously, in Cincinnati, we were more the RPO. I don't know if you want to call that play action or not. But as far as, the pistol or the under center stuff, I think maybe, at Cincinnati, my entire career, I might have had, a handful of under center snaps. Probably most of those, maybe keepers, maybe a little pop pass in the red zone. But other than that, yeah.
How difficult may be the wrong word. What's the challenge of getting used to that part of it, especially sort of a hard play pass where you're turning your back to the defense?
Yeah, it takes a lot of practice, a lot of repetitions. That's where you talk about, just how it's been over we'll say the course of the past 12 years of, the spread college style, and then all these quarterbacks from the spread college got to go to the NFL and learn all this new footwork. And so, obviously throughout my career at Cincinnati, I'd, take a couple drops under center at practice, whether that was play action or just straight drop back, just to, always be in that field, just to never forget what it's like just to be under center. So I would do that, and, I felt like kind of benefited me coming in. And then obviously, going and training and just completely working that, going through the Senior Bowl and everything, and kind of running the same offense really benefited myself.
How hard is it to have to turn your back when those plays, in terms of reading coverage, in terms of, kind of being able to understand what the defense is doing when you have to turn your back for whatever, second and a half?
Yeah, a lot of the times, it's not even a second and a half. It's a tick of a second. And, for us, it's about snapping your head, getting your eyes around quick. Like you said, just to see what the defense is doing. Sometimes you don't have to fully read the defense rather than just read one person. So once you flip your eyes, you're kind of trying to find one guy. Okay. Yeah, and so that's where, some of the reads make it a lot easier when it comes to that. And then obviously, whether you're going left and flipping your back and throwing left, throwing right, some of the throws to the left are obviously a lot harder when you have to flip your back and then get all the way turned back outside. So those are the different things that, we talk about and we bring up when we're game planning and when we're scripting, just to make sure that we're comfortable with all the throws of where we're at on the field.
Arthur just said that he thinks that this 2023 team can be entertaining to watch. Is that something that you agree with, and why, if you do agree, why do you agree?
Yeah, I would say, entertaining for, a couple reasons. One being because we know, well, I'm going to use this word, and I don't think it's a word, but explosivity. I don't know. Explosiveness. There we go. Yeah. Just the explosiveness that, this team that we know we can have. So, that would be exciting, to go out there and just see big plays, left and right. And honestly, for me, it's just keeping the ball moving forward, just seeing that ball. If it's 1 yard, 1 yard, 1 yard, and we're on the -1 and we go 99 yards, no, it wasn't exciting, but, we kept the ball moving forward and we ended in the touchdown. Good? Thank y'all.
You looking forward to a couple days off? Are you going to get a couple days off? Thursday, Friday, maybe?
Yeah, I'll probably get some treatment. But yeah, just kind of detox, my brain a little bit and just relax. I am looking forward to it. Just get a little break.
Have you started thinking that your actual NFL debut is just around the corner? How much does that roll through your mind?
I mean, it creeps in a little bit. It's more anxious because I'm just ready to get out there and ready to go, even with the team. But I know that it's still 2 weeks away, so I got to just kind of, mentally, prepare myself in practice, and then understanding that the game's coming up really fast, and I'm trying to be ready to go when Sunday comes.
You dressed out Thursday night. Did you think you were going to play, or were you just sort of getting?
Just getting loose. That's what me and Birds are doing, just trying to get loose and keep on just getting used to the pregame routine and trying to get our pregame routine, set before we get to the game. So that's what we did on Thursday.
You feel ready? You didn't have many. I don't know how many snaps you had. 10 maybe in the preseason. You feel ready?
Yeah, I'm ready to go. I know that I got my feet wet a little bit, but that was good for me. And now that I know that the season's coming, and just to get ready for full games and getting my mind right for 4 quarters, I'm ready to go. And every time I step out there, it's always a blessing for me. So I'm gonna have fun and just get ready to go.
Does it kind of almost feel like just let me go, a little jittery, I just want to go out there and hit somebody?
Yeah, because I haven't played a full game since November.
Right.
So now I'm just come on, it's almost there. It's almost there, but I just gotta be patient. Keep stacking days in practice with the team, and then it'll come when it's time.
I asked Des this, and I'm curious your thoughts as well. Arthur just said that this could be a very entertaining team to watch this season. If you agree, which I'm assuming you do agree, why do you think that is? Why is that a word that you would use maybe to describe this team?
Well, first of all, I mean, you got all this talent on the offense, on the defense. But I think it's entertaining because, when you get the ball in our hands, we can make something happen with it. And, just our, pass catch and then, yak yards and what we can create on our own. I think that there's a lot of skill players that can do that on this offense. And, I mean, for me and the running backs, we pride ourselves in breaking tackles and getting downfield and, putting pressure on the defense. But then you got Drake, you got Mac, you got Jonnu, you got Kyle. There's just so many guys when you get the ball in their hands. It's something that can be special. And I know that we do it in practice, and I think that it helps our defense a lot. So I can't wait to show it in the game because I think it'll be pretty fun.
How would you describe your role in this offense? We've talked about it a few times, but now that you've been through the entire camp, you maybe have a better understanding of it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a guy that can provide for this team, for this offense, and anywhere I line up. And I think that just me, just coach creating mismatches for me that can help, me get in space, give me the ball in space. I think that's where, I can take effect. And then, just let my God-given talent just take over. But he wants to just use me in all the ways that he can. So when Sundays comes, then it can be a mismatch on the field.
How many spots do you think you can line up in this offense?
How many spots?
Yeah.
Well, I line up in every spot. But, I think that it's good just to, be a versatile player and to learn every single position on the field. And then, when your number's called and whatever position it is, you just got to know what you're doing and then go attack it the right way.
If you're doing that, it seems like there's a lot to learn. How has that process gone in terms of understanding what you need to do for every spot?
Yeah.
All the possibilities there?
Yeah, so what Coach Smith always tells me, being a conceptual learner. And, for me, it got really easy when I started learning the concepts and what they were giving me in terms of all the routes. And then it just, every time I learned one concept, then it would make sense with the other concept. And then I would do that a lot in the spring. So then when it came to the camp and for the season, then it was just a lot easier for me. So I think just conceptual learning, and then now it's easy for me to get it all.
For some of those who may not know, how would you describe your playing style?
Just a very versatile player that can, catch the ball, run with the football, break tackles. Just very aggressive and wanted to make a mismatch with the defenders. And then I would say I always say, my God-given talents is another thing. It's the biggest thing for me. But yeah, I would say everything that I said pretty much. Just a player that can kind of do it all on the field.
Now that you've worked with Tyler for so many weeks now, kind of like what have you learned about him as a player and a person?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, just having Tyler as a teammate and as a brother, it makes your job a lot easier when you guys both support each other, to the max. And just having him on my side and me on his side, and even just how we interact outside of football, we became super close, super, super close. And, I know that, people always say, it's competition, you guys gotta, but it's nothing like that at all. And, from day one, me and him came together as brothers, and, we were just bro, we're both in this to help this team win games, no matter what it is. And, from that day on, we joke all the time on the field. Obviously, when we're on the field, it's all focused, but it's always fun being around him. And I'm just so blessed to have him as my teammate and as my brother next to me.
Anything you've learned about Tyler that kind of surprised you, even just as a person?
He loves anime. I like anime too, but I feel like when people like anime, the people that like anime, I feel like they play different on the field.
Really?
Yeah, I do, because they get in their inner mode that you just go into, and you don't got to say a word, but when something bad happens, you're just getting turned up and riled up. But I think that with me and him, we're the nicest guys. We don't say nothing on the field, but you can tell how we run and how we attack defenders. That's where it all ties into. So that's the one thing that I know.
That's a great answer. Love that.
Yeah.
Did you talk to him much about his trip to Japan in the offseason?
Yeah, we actually just talked about it when we were driving to the stadium on Thursday, and he was just telling me everything about it. And I mean, he visited Disneyland out there. I want to go to Disneyland out there. But yeah, he said he had a good time when he went up there. So.
Is there an anime character you would compare him to?
Compare him to?
Yeah.
Ooh. See, I don't know if you guys know who Baki is, but he had an enemy, Narshiro, and he was just lethal, and he couldn't stop him. He found a way to stop him, but just that enemy that he had to go up against, he would just never back down at all. So I would say him.
What about you?
Is
Baki is my favorite character, so I would probably say
Baki?
Baki, yeah.
Baki the Grappler? Is that what it is?
No.
Person?
Yeah, it is.
It is? Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know it was the grappler. That's wild. But I always compare myself to him, just because he doesn't say much at all. But when his presence is there, it's in full effect, and he's just unstoppable. So I would say Baki. All right.
Thank you, Bijan.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.